How's it going today, guys? Castillo Trading coming to you with another nPOC and daily POC update video. So let's just kind of jump right into BTC here. Not much has changed since our last video, but these are the nPOC prints within local range. We got 98407 and 91285. Game plans still stay the same on BTC, guys. There's not too much else to really go over. I'm not really interested in shorting anything right now. I think we had this short entry up here, up at 98407. Potential hedge if that is what you are looking to do. Now, why do you want to hedge? Well, let's just say you think this is a bearish retest and we're going to go lower and you want to still protect against those longs. Well, this is a great way to do that, or at least attempt to do that, right? This may get blown out of the water and we may be up at all-time highs soon, but hey, at least there is a potential hedge to protect against all that upside that we are getting at that moment, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for as far as our next area of interest to short. And I think we actually had a short within this area for a while, right? So a retest of that 95756. So again, just isn't really where I want to be longing BTC. I kind of closed everything on that CoinCatch account starting fresh and really focused on BTC and ETH, but we're not getting retest on BTC and ETH. So for me, I'm not chasing into that, right? I'm not buying just because I want to have a position. I am still waiting for my entries to come to me, right? I don't force entries. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And the next area of interest to long on BTC is going to be lower, guys. We've talked about this, 91285. It hasn't been happening, but that's still where I want to be focused on longing next. I am hands off on taking a new BTC position until we get some sort of movement. And honestly, I do feel like it's going to kind of get both ways here to where we run down, close that 91 nPOC, and then potentially run up and close that 98, or vice versa, right? We run up and close 98, then maybe we get that rejection, we get that retest down to 91, and then we can get that move to all-time highs. So, definitely a couple of ways to trade it, definitely a couple of ways to be watching it, something like this, right? And then obviously if we jump here, then we can just go straight up from there. I would like the retest lower first, obviously down at 91,285. I would like to get more exposure to BTC if given the opportunity, right? Getting into nPOC levels on ETH, nothing has changed on ETH. It's been very slow, but at the same time, I think that this is like that sleeping giant, right? To where no matter what, Ethereum, once it gets going, it will get going, but just based off nPOC prints, the local ones are going to be 2,220 and 1,580, right? So those are the two levels that we want to be watching. Now, what comes first? I don't really know. I think that this is a pretty heavy resistance area for Ethereum, but the one thing I will note is it hasn't rejected yet, right? So that weakness is not showing as dominant as it normally has, or at least as it has at the start of 2025. So for me, again, just making game plans and wanting to go forward. ETH is something I'm a little more interested in just getting a position in, because it's so much more beaten down than BTC. You're not really paying that much of a premium to get into a long from here. If, price was down at 1,400, down at 1,800, it doesn't really matter when, Ethereum retests some of these higher levels at 3,000, 2,900, that sort of stuff. So it really just depends on how you're looking to play. I am looking to buy any and all Ethereum dips that happen. Again, they haven't really happened yet. I haven't been very active trading it because I've had so many other trades going on. So resetting that account, I am jumping into some altcoins, but I still want to be focused on Ethereum as well. And so what does that mean? Let's just create some game plans. Things have stayed the same. I think we created this game plan on 4/23, so about a week ago, and nothing has changed since we created this plan, right? So we still want that retest of 1580 if we get it. And what are we going to do? We're not going to get bearish. We're going to be looking to kind of long that level. Now, if we get it, I don't know. That's something I am unsure of, because the next area of interest to short is a lot higher, right? So these local prints are a lot wider than BTC's local prints. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Depending on how you're looking to trade this. Now, I think that we can run up and surprise people and get back above 2K here pretty quickly on Ethereum. We've seen the momentum. We've seen the lack of dips. We've seen how shallow the dips have been. Things are setting up for higher, obviously. Now, I think some spot buyers do need to step in to make this happen. But at the end of the day, that can easily trigger pretty quickly off of a headline or just some sort of momentum within the market. But this is what I'm looking for on Ethereum going forward. Retest of 1580 is where I'd be looking to long. And then next area, if you're looking to put on a short hedge, would be probably about that 2300 on ETH. Not looking to force much. I'm looking for lagger altcoins. I've taken a couple of positions, but that's kind of the way that I'm seeing me trade the next 10, 12 days. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend as well. And I'll see you guys over on Telegram. Peace out.